Welcome in, everybody, to today's broadcast for Sunflower State FC as the Sunflower State FC Sunnies take on FC Wichita here at Pembroke Hill in Kansas City, Missouri. Sunflower State coming off of a 2-1 victory against local rivals KC Courage in their last matchup on Thursday, with FC Wichita coming in here off of an impressive 4-0 victory over Side FC down in Oklahoma City themselves. So should be a great matchup today between two teams here in the WPSL Heartland Conference. Sunflower State coming in here in 4th place in the conference, and FC Wichita sitting in 3rd place, separated only by a point. So 3rd place up for grabs here on this very hot, very humid day here in Kansas City, Missouri. Current temperature showing 87 with the feels like in the low 90s. So should be a tough battle here between two teams that are looking to get on a bit of a streak here and try and turn their season around here as we enter the latter half of the season. And stay tuned on the broadcast here as we will have the starting 11s for both teams here momentarily. And both teams set to walk out here. We'll have the starting 11 announcements for you here. Welcome in once again to the WPSL Heartland Conference matchup between Sunflower State FC and FC Wichita. FC Wichita is led by head coach Kieran Laking. Starting 11 for FC Wichita. In goal, Carson Slothauer. Number 3, Yasel Navarro. Number 4, Jada Wyatt. Number 5, Anastasia Pokrant. Number 6, Bella Anderson. Number 8, Faith Smith. Number 11, Caitlin Edwards. Number 12, Alexia Jack. Number 13, Julia Diaz. Number 17, Allison Worley. And number 19, Paige Putter. And for your Sunflower State FC, led by head coach Jose Ramos, in goal, number 00, Rire Sasaki. Number 3, Akaya Day. Number 5, Emily Carrasco. Number 6, Ann Murph Hope. Number 8, Alexis Morrison. Number 10, Tata Teixeira. Number 11, Giovanna De Souza. Number 15, Lijah Lidstrom. Number 18, Cora Elliman. Number 19, Bella Leone. And number 27, Juliette Lucas. At this time, please stand if you are able, face the flag for our national anthem. in as both teams are set to take the field here. If you didn't catch the starting lineups here, brought to you by Fat Sully's Pizza, our proud partners there in Overland Park, Kansas. Starting for FC Wichita today, led by head coach Kieran Laking. In goal, you have number 00, Carson Slothauer. Starting back line here for FC Wichita as they will come out in a 4-3-3 is going to be Smith, Pokrant, Jack, and Anderson. Midfield trio made up of Wyatt, Diaz, and Putter. And Navarro and Edwards will be on the wings with Worley leading the line for FC Wichita. Sunflower State will come out in their usual 3-6-1-ish formation, as always a fluid formation here that on the play by Coach Jose Ramos here. But in goal for Sunflower State FC is Rirei Sasaki. The back line made up of Akaya Day, Murph Hope, and Elijah Lidstrom. In the midfield will contain Alexis Morrison, Cora Elliman, Emily Carrasco, Bella Leone, Gabriela De Souza, and Tata Teixeira, and Juliet Lucas will be leading the line here for Sunflower State FC. Sunflower will, of course, attack right to left here on your screen in their home yellow kits, with the visiting FC Wichita in their usual all reds. Matchup today is between the third place team in the Heartland Conference in FC Wichita and Sunflower State, who's currently sitting in fourth place, but both teams separated by just a point here, so winner of this game will walk out with their hands firmly in control of third place as both teams push for that playoff spot, of course, that third place being that coveted playoff spot. As we just await the official's whistle to get us underway here on this muggy hot Kansas City day. And we are underway here at Pembroke Hill in Kansas City, Missouri, as FC Wichita comes out on the ball. Turned over in the midfield there by Carrasco, who finds Tata. Plays it back to Lidstrom. Lidstrom across to Day, who goes back to her keeper, Sasaki. The Sunflower State will move into their regular shape here. This ball looking onto the wing there, trying to find Bella Leone, but just unable to take it under control. It trickles out here for FC Wichita throw-in. Sunflower State coming in today off of a 2-1 victory over local rivals Kansas City Courage as FC Wichita looks to break here down the left-hand side, but great play by Murph Hope is able to cut it out, and Sunflower State regains possession. But a much-needed victory here for the Sunnies last week as they were coming in off of back-to-back losses to OKC-FC, but were able to get a 2-1 victory, game-winning penalty kick by Tata Teixeira. Was able to get all 3 points for the Sunnies as they look to put together a streak here. His ball's flicked on by Bella Leone, finds Carrasco. Carrasco's ball forward looking for Lucas. Is she able to get on to the end of it here? Lucas takes a shot right-footed from the edge of the box, but it's easily saved in the end by Slothauer, but great first advancement forward here by Sunflower. We're able to string together a couple of passes and get an early shot on goal just to make sure that they're putting their stamp early in on the game here as ball turned over in the midfield and late elbow. Going to see Morrison go down. Referee just going to give a quick talking to there to Allison Worley, telling her to be smart 2 minutes into this game. So Bella Leone goes back to Murph. FC Wichita coming in off of their best result of the season, a 4-0 victory over Side FC down in Oklahoma City. They were coming in off of back-to-back draws, including against Sunflower, down and over in Wichita, and a 1-1 draw against Side FC OKC. So that return leg was definitely friendly to them as a misplaced pass here by Akaya Day will just trickle out for a Wichita throw-in. But both teams coming in here off of a victory, looking to try and string something together as we approach the latter end. Great move there by Elliman as she plays out wide here, looking for Bella Leone. Can she get on the end of this? Bella Leone able to just keep it in as she looks forward for Tata, but it's cut off by Smith, who is forced out for a throw-in here, deep in FC Wichita territory for Sunflower State. Leone looking for Elliman. Her touch is going to look for the feet of Tata, but it's just ridden out of bounds there by Alexia Jack for the first Sunflower State FC corner of the game. All corner kicks for Sunflower State FC are brought to you by our proud partners over at DM Injury Law. Visit DM Law USA for information on a free consultation. As Tata Teixeira plays in to Bella Leone, back out to Tata, whose cross comes in, looking for Akaya Day, but it's just cut out by FC Wichita, who looks to break on their own here. Great play by Morrison as she's able to get in between the man and the ball and turn it back over there to Ann Hope. But good routine there on the corner for Teixeira and Bella Leone, who were just looking to find Day at around the penalty spot. But a great step in the end by the number 6 here for FC Wichita. As ball's played forward there by D'Souza, looking for Lucas. Lucas onside, down the left-hand wing here, looking for help in the box. Late arrivers here. She finds at the feet of Elliman. Elliman back up to Lucas, who lets it go as she was offside, but Carrasco is on. Elliman tries the little slip pass into D'Souza, but it's just cut out in the end as FC Wichita will just clear their lines here with Bella Anderson. Lindstrom on the ball here, finds Morrison. Morrison, ball over the top here, looking for Leone. Leone gets on the end of it. Can she take it under control? Looks for help in the middle, cuts back. Leone, left-footed cross in, looking for Elliman, cut out. D'Souza goes to take it out of the air, but a great intervening header for FC Wichita, but D'Souza on the ball here. Tries the back heel, but it's just cut out by Navarro. As D'Souza gets a little too aggressive for the referee's liking there, trying to dispossess the FC Wichita forward, Julia Diaz. It'll be a free kick here coming out for Wichita, but Sunflower State definitely on the front foot here early on. Most of the possession, most of the attacking chances here. A couple of good opportunities for balls into the box on that right-hand side. One from Tata, one from Bella Leone, as D'Souza will win that header out of the air. Finds Ellen, who looks for Carrasco in the middle, but just cut out as Elliman's able to get it back. Looking for help, finds Tata in the midfield. Tata's got a running Leone on the right side. Leone just slows it down here, finds Morrison, who's back in that middle of the park here to partner with Carrasco, whose ball just goes a step too far here for her center midfield partner. As FC Wichita look to break up on the right-hand side here. Ball forward to Worley is going to be turned over to Morrison in that middle of the park. Tata, attempted pass there, is cut out by Diaz, but back on the ball for Tata. She plays the ball over the top here, looking for Carrasco. Carrasco in a foot race with the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper going to be first to that. A great vision there from the Brazilian Tata. She found the late run there from her center attacking mid, Emily Carrasco, who doesn't get forward on those runs a whole lot, but able to find herself in a dangerous spot there. Ball bounces in the midfield here. Day loses out on the header to Worley. Ball over the top here, looking for the FC Wichita attacker, but just able to be collected here by Sasaki, but the assistant ref has their flag up, seemingly for a handball on Sasaki, who was just a step outside of the box when she collected that, but referee choosing just to award a free kick here. No further action for the Sunflower State goaltender. As Paige Putter for FC Wichita stands over this free kick. Putter goes low, looking for the back post, just past the outstretched leg of Allison Worley. But a great designed free kick there by Putter, who put in a bit of a cross, looking for that back post, and was just looking for someone to get on the end of that and tap it into the net, as Sasaki was not able to get across the goal as fast as that ball was fizzed in, but just goes past the outstretched sliding leg of Allison Worley, and Sunflower will escape here with just a goal kick for their efforts, but great early chance here for FC Wichita, who really in their minds should probably be 1-0 up here after that great chance. Sunflower will restart in possession here as Sasaki finds Murph. Ball forward to Leone, just kept inbounds here by the outside whack. Akayade on the ball now, looking for options. Chooses a safe route back to Sasaki. Sasaki goes long, looking for Leone. Leone first touch here, plays through to Tata. Tata in a foot race with Wyatt, who's going to win out. Wyatt goes back to her goalkeeper, Slothauer, who's put under pressure by Lucas, but able to slip it out there to Bella Anderson. Anderson chased down by Elliman. Ball forward, be cut out by Akayade. Morrison on it now, finds Tata in the middle of the field. Tata just got it stuck under her feet as she looked to play that ball early, but able to get it back to Murph, who goes out wide here looking for Leone again on this right-hand side. But great intervention there by the left back Faith Smith, who wins the throw-in for FC Wichita. Great step by Hope. And Murph's able to force out another throw-in here for FC Wichita as Smith will take this again. Throw in the middle of the park here. Great turn by FC Wichita midfielder here as she finds Worley. Worley looking for options. Looks to play a ball through to Navarro, but great interception there by D'Souza. And the ball eventually trickles back to Lidstrom here for Sunflower State to reset. Kayade surveys the field. Goes back to Sasaki. Day out wide to D'Souza. Taken on Navarro. Goes inside, finds the feet of Lidstrom. Lidstrom across to Carrasco. Carrasco looking out wide for Leone again, but her ball is just going to be intercepted by Wyatt in the midfield here, as FC Wichita looks to break forward here. Ball forward here looking for the feet of Worley, but it's just going to trickle all the way back to the Sunflower State FC goalkeeper as FC Wichita is able to get a couple of turnovers here in the middle of the park, but when they look up, Worley on a bit of an island by herself there at the top of the field and just seemingly giving the ball back to Sunflower to just restart their attack as they're really looking to probe on these wings here. The ball comes into Lidstrom. Lidstrom's first touch just a little too strong, but Tata's able to pick it up. Skips past one. Tata out wide to D'Souza. D'Souza touch forward here in a foot race. D'Souza gonna just get beat out to that ball. And from my vantage point, seemingly a slide in by the FC Wichita player to get a touch on the ball, but the referee indicating that he felt D'Souza had an arm away from her body there that led to the contact. It'll be a free kick coming out for FC Wichita, but great early chance there through as once again Tata picks up a dangerous position in the midfield, looks for those wingers as both D'Souza and Bella Leone have been very active here early in this game, and D'Souza able to take a great first touch, power forward, but just beaten to the ball there in the end and gives up that free kick. Wins the header right back. 12 minutes played here at Pembroke Hill in Kansas City. Elliman's header forward, looking for Lucas, only finds the feet of Porkhand, whose ball's turned over to Tata. Tata, early ball through to Lucas. Lucas first touch, shot, saved. She's just unable to get that ball further to her right-hand side as she was trying to open up her hips, but ball just a little too close to her body there, ends up just trickling into Slothauer there in goal. But great early break there as Tata looks for that quick early ball to Lucas, and Sunflower State's been dangerous when they've been able to turn over the ball in the midfield here as they're getting their heads up and they're looking for those willing runners early as D'Souza just unable to get to that ball out. But another great early sign of life here from Sunflower, who at points this season has struggled to score goals, but looking very lively here 13 minutes into this game and trying to make sure that they can light up that scoreboard first here as Worley tries to turn, but Akaya Day able to poke it out for a throw-in. Ball forward cut out as Day goes back to Lindstrom. As Murph comes forward, goes back to Day, who's looking for the switch over here to D'Souza. Once again active out on this left-hand wing. D'Souza into Morrison. Skips past Putter. Ball over the top there, looking for the run of Leon, just cut out. D'Souza tries to shield it. Sideline official going to reward her for her efforts there with that push as she and Navarro shake hands, acknowledging that battle going out on here on that left-hand side. Sasaki back to Hope. Finds Leon. Leon cuts in, looking for options. Goes in the middle of the park to Morrison. Morrison slip ball through here to D'Souza. D'Souza looking for options in the box here. Right-footed cross comes in, looking for Elliman. Just cut out in the end by Alexia Jack for another Sunflower State corner kick, rather, as we'll try it from the left-hand side this time. Sunflower went short on the first DM injury law corner of the game. This one looks like they'll play a ball into the box here off the right foot of Morrison. Ball into the back post. Heads go up just over the head of Emily Carrasco as she was looking. Ball hits the corner flag and ends up trickling out for only a throw-in. The Sunflower will try to pin FC Wichita back in, but great ball to that back post by Morrison, who lifted that. Keeper stuck in no man's land, but just about 6 inches over the head of Emily Carrasco, who tried to sneak in there on the back post. As that ball will be booted out for a throw-in. Ball looking for Morrison, just past her as an early ball's looking for Worley to run onto, but trickles back to Sasaki, who has plenty of options here as she looks up for her center backs. And eventually Day will find Morrison here in the midfield. Tata back to Day. Day finds Carrasco. Ball looking for Leon. Leon on the run here, and the flag goes up as Leon appears to have just gone a step early, but another great bit of forward play here by Sunflower, who gets the ball into one of those central midfielders as Morrison, Tata, and Carrasco have all instantly, when they get that ball at their feet, their heads are up, they're looking for those runs of Leon on the right and D'Souza on the left, and able to find gaps between the center backs and the outside backs here to play those slide balls through. So if they can get that timing right, that might just be how we get the opening goal here in this game for Sunflower State. Ball forward looking for Worley. He's just going to find Lidstrom. As the target forward here for FC Wichita, really lacking service here in the first 17 minutes of this game. Tata goes back to Sasaki. Murph, ball forward here, looking for Carrasco. Carrasco, great touchdown. Has Lucas on the outside, finds Lucas. Lucas, one touch, shot, goal! Sunflower State FC, Juliet Lucas. Great ball played over the top, finds the chest of Carrasco, who takes it down. Early ball to the back post, finds Lucas, who one touch, hits it just over the goalkeeper to put Sunflower State up 1-0 here on this balmy Saturday afternoon. Just what you want if you are Sunflower State FC here, who, as we mentioned, had struggled to score goals here recently, but they're able to find a goal here inside of 20 minutes. They've been bombing forward on attack, finding those early balls over the top or just in between the center backs and the outside backs, and That time the ball forward finds Carrasco, who takes a great touch, is just able to look up, sees Juliet Lucas at the back post, who takes a touch and just powers it right over the arms of Slothauer to put Sunflower State up 1-0 here early in this game. Lindstrom finds the feet of Morrison. Morrison, early ball looking for D'Souza. D'Souza chases down on the left-hand wing, just not going to have the pace to catch up to the end of that ball. But another sign here of how dangerous Sunflower's been on the wings here with all of this space, as FC Wichita is really crowded in the middle of the park, but as soon as Sunflower breaks that press with one pass, they're looking up and they're having runners. As Lucas and Tata turn the ball over here just outside the box, Tata rides one tackle, plays it to Morrison at the top of the box. Morrison cuts right, cuts left. Left-footed shot blocked. FC Wichita looks to break here with Diaz. Diaz forward here to Wyatt, whose first touch just lets her down as Carrasco is able to pick that off. And Sunflower State will look to reset the attack. Sasaki finds Day. Combines with Morrison. Morrison finds Tata in a pocket of space. Tata slipped through to Lucas. Lucas looks up, cuts right, cuts left. Left-footed shot blocked by Pokrant. Lucas able to stab that out for a brief respite here for a Sunflower State throw-in. As again, if you're just tuning in here, it is real feel on that turf, in the low to mid-90s, as players here really going to need to be mindful of their stamina levels as we get into the dog days of summer here, as Murph finds Leone out on the right-hand side. Leone takes on her defender, beats one, looks for Lucas in the middle, ball in, Lucas shot, goal! Sunflower State FC. Goal in the 20th minute for Sunflower State FC by number 27, Juliet Lucas. Wonderful bit of play there again out on the wing by Sunflower State FC, as Bella Leone is slipped in down that right-hand side, takes on her defender, beats them to the inline there. Cross comes in, finds Lucas in the middle of the goal, who just slots it in past Slothauer. And Juliet Lucas on an early brace here, 21 minutes into this game. Picture-perfect start here for Coach Jose Ramos and the Sunnies, as they've been in full control of this match from just about the opening whistle, with really the only chance for FC Wichita coming off of that free kick off of the touch for Sasaki outside the box. But outside of that, Sunflower State's dominated the possession. They've had all of the attacking chances, and they're just really exploiting this FC Wichita defense down the wings, as early ball played through here, looking for the run of Elliman, but she was just a step behind the defenders there, as they weren't quite able to link up there. But just another example here with FC Wichita playing a very flat back line, and Sunflower is able to find these runs both over the top and just on the wide sides here to exploit that, as Navarro here for FC Wichita on the ball. Plays back to Pokrant. Pokrant to the middle there, as Morrison looks to cut it off, but Putter's going to ride that tackle, looking forward. He turned over in the end to Morrison here, as Sunflower State back on the ball here as D'Souza plays back to Sasaki. Day finds Sasaki. Tata goes across, finds Lindstrom. Lindstrom forward to Carrasco. Carrasco looking for Leone out on that right-hand side. Instead, loops over the top here looking for Lucas. Touches back to Elliman. Elliman looking to beat, just unable to wriggle her way in between two defenders. As ball over the top there by Pokrant looking for Worley is just going to trickle back to Sasaki here. Early ball by Lindstrom looking for Tata. Going to do the same here as we'll trade possessions for the goalkeeper. 24 minutes played here at Pembroke as Slowthauer plays forward, finds the feet of Morrison, whose ball forward's just cut out. Worley able to get on the ball here, muscled off by Carrasco and Day. As Sunflower has 3 players waiting on the sideline here to make their impact on the game here. A day this hot, this muggy, expect to see some substitutions making the impact here as both teams have already expended a lot of energy here. Murph forward, Elliman able to flick on. Tata able to get it behind here. Tata running either one-on-one. Tata shoots, scores! Tata Teixeira! Goal! Sunflower saved in the 25th minute by number 10, Tata! As the Sunnies go over to pose for their photo here as they go up 3-0 on FC Wichita here in the 25th minute of this ball game. But great bit of play there, a bit of good fortune for Sunflower as the ball was played forward looking for Elliman, who was just able to get a touch on it, and it trickled through. And with the pace of Tata, any ball in space is going to be a good bet on her to be first to it. She's just able to get there, takes it under control, rides off the tackle, and just slots it into that left-hand side of the goal, leaving Slowthauer with no chance, as the referees will call for a hydration break here at Sunflower. Hydration break here at Sunflower State FC. Just a reminder, for those of you in the stands who need your own hydration, we do have concessions available, the upper left-hand side of the stadium, as well as a beer garden brought to you by Strange Days Brewery down behind the home side stands. All beer must be consumed in the beer garden. As everyone looks to reset here with some water on this warm, muggy Kansas City day. But just about as great of a start to this one as you could have asked for by Sunflower. Up 3-0 here in the 26th minute. As Sunflower did take the opportunity to make some substitutions during that break as Lainey Ratius comes out on this left-hand side to give D'Souza a breather. Emily Woe steps into the midfield there for Emily Carrasco. And Angela Gatto slides into defense there to give Akaya Day a break. And FC Wichita kicks us back off here. The ball played forward here over the top. Lindstrom will just let that trickle back into the arms of Sasaki. Gatto out to Ratius. Fresh legs, looks in for Morrison, but the ball just cut out there by Navarro. Lucas is able to find Elliman. Elliman over the top here, looking for Tata. Great backheader there by Faith Smith, who finds Wyatt. Wyatt's ball finds Edwards, who's able to turn. Edwards with only Worley in front of her will take the safe route back to Smith there, who plays all the way across here to Anderson. Anderson, early ball looking for Worley, just past the outstretched foot of Lidstrom, who does just enough to throw Worley off. And after some consultation, the referees will award a goal kick to Sunflower State FC here. Gatto looks wide here for Laney Ratius, who just unable to bring that ball down. And FC Wichita will make a substitution here as Julia Diaz will get a chance to catch some shade. Sunflower also going to make some changes as Bella Leone, who just got an assist here, will head to the sideline, as will Cora Elliman and Juliet Lucas sitting on that brace here in the first half. Lara Torres will come in to slide into that midfield. As Megan Everhart goes up top. Tata, ball over the top here. Looking for help, a great bit of play there as the ball's cut out. Finds the feet of Wyatt. Wyatt looking forward, just forced out by Ann Bonheim, who has just made her way into that right wing back slot, replacing Bella Leone. Bonheim on the ball here, plays back to Hope. Combines once again, but just unable to keep it on the pitch here, as that'll trickle out for an FC Wichita throw-in here. As we creep up on the 31st minute here at Pembroke Hill, Sunflower State leading 3-0 here in this ball game. Off of 2 goals from Juliet Lucas and a third goal put on the board here by Tata. Great bit of play there on the outside by Faith Smith, but eventually turns over here. Ball comes back to Smith. Smith plays ball in behind. Just cut out at the last second there by Ann Bonheim, the substitute, who finds Emily Woe. Woe across to Gatto. Out wide to Ratius, who finds Morrison. Morrison looks to turn, but cut off by Wyatt, but falls safely back to Murph, as Sunflower will look to come forward here once again out on that right-hand side. Lindstrom playing a little bit more advanced role here in midfield, as just has her pocket pick, but she's able to take the ball right back here, has options going forward, tries to go to Tata with the ball deflected, finds Torres. Everhart's ball intercepted here, but referee spots and correctly awards a free kick there for a shove in the back on Lara Torres. Alexis Morrison stands over the ball here at the 40-yard line. Ball played forward, looking for Everhart. Flicks on, but not enough to trouble the goalkeeper and too much to find a teammate. As the referee is going to stop the game here to allow a substitution. As Tata and Murph will each grab a seat on the bench. Brecklin Harmon coming in for Tata, sliding into midfield. Ball forward, finds the head of Emily Woe. Everhart and Lynch and Hartman battle for it, but it's cut out here by FC Wichita. Finds the feet of Jack. Jack turned over in the midfield by Lara Torres, who plays out wide here looking for Racious. Ball just taken off of her by Edwards. Ball played forward here, cut off by Morrison. Morrison, loose pass forward. His possession just traded here in the middle of the park. And cycles back to FC Wichita. Ball played forward here, cut out by Gatto. Gatto forward here. Looks out wide, but ball going to be intercepted here by Hope, but only as far as the substitute Megan Watson, who came in for Murph here at center back. Woe plays it back here to Morrison, who's dropped deep to get on the ball here. Ball over the top here, looking for the feet of Racious, but Torres going to help it on its way here. Racious out wide to Torres. We'll see what Laura has to offer here. Just tackled off of it in the end by Putter, who sends it out for a Sunflower State throw-in deep on the left corner here. The referee changes his mind, awards a throw-in to FC Wichita. Ball forward here, flicked on by Everhart. Woe puts pressure on, able to force a wayward pass that's picked up by Gatto. Morrison, early ball out wide to Boneheim. Boneheim, early ball in, stabbed out by Jack, only to the feet of Hardman, who was looking for his shot, but touch forward, finds Everhart. Everhart takes it down, touch to the right, just ridden off of it by Worley, who was dropped deep back here. Rather, that was Putter. His ball turned over here, but going to go out for a Sunflower throw-in. FC Wichita will make a change here as Caitlin Edwards trots over to the shaded bench. She's replaced by number 13, Julia Diaz, who makes her return to the pitch. Throw in here, looking for Harmon. Harmon touched to the corner, but just unable to play that off of the FC Wichita player before it trickles out for a goal kick here. As we tick over into the 37th minute here, Navarro out on that right-hand side. It's forced all the way back to Putter. Putter out to Pokrant. Intercepted by Morrison. Played in here behind here to Laura Torres. Torres looks up, has Harmon in the middle, but goes it on her own, but just unable to open up enough to get that on frame as her shot finds the outside netting of Slothauer's goal here. But another turnover here, the quick break by Sunflower as Torres puts the ball carrier here under pressure, turns it over to the feet of Morrison, who plays up to Everhart, quick touch through, gets Torres in on goal, and 3-0 up here in the first half, but Sunflower State not showing any signs of slowing down as they're still very much the team on the front foot here. Ball played forward here, finds the feet of Worley, turns on Gatto, but able to keep possession, as the referee will now award the free kick as advantage had subsided. FC Wichita with an opportunity here to get some players further advanced as putter will stand this one up on the 40-yard line. Ball played in, much too far for any of the on-rushers in red, as it'll just trickle all the way through there to Rirei Sasaki in goal. Plays it out to Watson. Watson back to her goalkeeper, under pressure from Worley, but she's calmly able to get it out to Gato, who finds Lainey Reiches out on the left-hand side. Bit of a troublesome ball played in there to Morrison, who is forced to pull back Julia Diaz to wriggle out of trouble there. Diaz looking to the referee to do more than just call a foul there, but referee deems not enough of a serious attack to warrant the first booking of this game, as just a free kick here for FC Wichita. As Pokrant will stand over this. Pokrant, clip ball to the back post, finds the head of Watson, deflects, shot, save! Down to her right-hand side by Rirei Sasaki. Ball pinballs there off the head of Watson, falls to the feet of Worley, who snapped right-footed shot, but Sasaki able to get down quickly to her right-handed side to palm that out for FC Wichita's first corner kick of this game. FC Wichita crowding around Sasaki, who's jockeying for position in the middle of the box here. Ball comes in, headed away at the back post there by Lainey Reiches, as this putter crashing that back post. Interesting play by FC Wichita, who does have the size advantage in the box here with both putter and Worley. Tall targets to aim for, but Worley is preoccupied on the goalkeeper, and putter is standing at the edge of the box here, as FC Wichita will try it again on this side here. Ball comes in, Sasaki up, able to calmly collect that one, as it just overhit the scrum in the middle of the 6. Morrison able to find Torres through. Torres looks up, has Reiches on the left-hand side, but just overcooks that one. Throw in there. Cut out by Morrison. Ball eventually finds Emily Woe. Morrison, big switch. Looking for Boneheim, but it's cut out for a second by Kayla Monk, but eventually Sunflower State able to regain possession here, back to Sasaki. Sasaki finds Gato out wide. Gato to the feet of Reiches. Reiches looks up. Coming down left-hand side here. Plays through to Everhart. Everhart, early ball in, finds Torres. Torres, one time through to Reiches. Reiches shot just past the diving goalkeeper and the post. As a bit of interplay out here on the left-hand wing for Torres and Everhart and Reiches, but Reiches' left-footed effort unable to find that back post, but had Carson Slofauer scrambling across the goal there to make sure, as Sunflower State again just showing no signs of slowing down here as they look for a fourth, as we have about 4 minutes to play here in this first half. Great bit of play there in the midfield by Worley, who eventually finds the feet of Diaz, but her ball forward just overcooked out on the wide side here, looking for the feet of Bella Anderson. It'll be a Sunflower throw-in. Reiches forward to Torres. Laura finds Alexis Morrison. Morrison out to Watson in some space on this right-hand side. Watson cuts in, finds Emily Woe. Woe head up, looking for Torres, but that's going to be cut out by Smith. But Torres able to flick it out wide here, looking for Racious, but Smith once again going to intercede here. Late whistle here will award a free kick to Sunflower, who arguably already had the ball in this exact spot with Torres on the ball, but they'll have an opportunity here about 35 yards out from goal. As Morrison and Gatto stand over it. Morrison, ball driven to the back post. Finds the feet just for a second of Ann Boneheim, who's just unable to bring it under control there. But great driven ball to that back post there by Morrison, who every time she's gotten on the ball has been dangerous so far today. Ball played forward here is only going to find the feet of Gatto, who marshals it back to Sasaki. Morrison, pocket of space in the midfield, looks up. Goes out wide to Emily Woe. Woe plays early here, looking for the feet of Everhart. Everhart, one-on-one with Putter. Shot, right foot, goes just past the post there. That's a great bit of play there. Once again with that early through ball, looking for the willing runners as Megan Everhart was able to get on the end of that, take one touch, right-footed shot, but it just went wide of the goal. As Gatto intercedes here in front of Worley, but ball forward finds the feet of Diaz. Diaz able to skip past Torres with some nifty footwork. And the referee will give a talking to here to Torres instead of reaching for his pocket. Although he now is riding in the book. Well, despite never showing the yellow card, it appears he has awarded a yellow card to Torres. Yellow card caution issued in the 45th minute to number 7, Lara Torres. Ball driven in here, headed away by Lindstrom, who finds the head of Hardman. Hardman out to Everhart. Everhart back to Hardman. Hardman looking for help. Finds Racious out on this left-hand side. Racious cuts back in, looks for help. Finds the feet of Morrison. And Gatto will slow this down. Back to Sasaki. Forward to Lindstrom. Lindstrom out to Woe as Sunflower looks for one last probably bomb forward here. But it's cut out in the end by Putter. Intercepted in the midfield here by Harmon. Harmon skips past 2, finds Racious. Racious outside of her defender, threw into the box. Racious looks for help in the midfield, crossed in, goes to the back post, touched back and looking for the feet of Morrison, but cut out in the midfield here as the referee will blow his whistle for halftime here at Pembroke Hill. Your Sunflower State FC Sunnies with a 3-0 lead here against FC Wichita. And we will see you on the other side of this halftime break here. First half, as always, brought to you by Copic and Brooks, our jersey sponsors here for the Sunflower State women. And we will see you on the other side of the break. welcome back into the second half action here for your Sunflower State FC here at Pembroke Hill in Kansas City, Missouri. Sunflower State leading at the half 3-0 over FC Wichita. 2 first half goals for Juliet Lucas, assisted on one by Emily Carrasco and by Bella Leone on the other. Saw Sunflower State go up 2-0 inside the 20th minute. And then Tata added a third in the 25th minute off of a flick by Cora Elliman to put Sunflower State, who has been in firm control of this game through most of this afternoon here on this hot and muggy day in Kansas City, Missouri. As ball played over the top here, looking for Leone, but flicked on by Faith Smith out for the first corner kick of this second half here. All Sunflower State FC corners are, of course, brought to you by our friends over at DM Injury Law, as Tata goes out to take a right-footed outswinger. Ball into the middle, looking for the head of Carrasco, but it's just headed away there by Worley. But long-distance shot comes in from Murph, and just off the top of the crossbar from about 32 yards out by the center back. Would have been quite the spectacular start to this second half, but Sunflower State ending that first half on a full possession, full control, and starting the second half in just the same way so far here as FC Wichita plays a ball down that right-hand side here, but Lidstrom will easily go over there. Looks back for Sasaki, who's going to be put under some pressure here by Worley, and Sasaki just bombs that forward there to D'Souza, who was able to keep it in bounds and win Sunflower throw-in. Same starting 11 for Sunflower to start the second half as started the first half, as FC Wichita does still have some changed players out on the pitch here, including a change in goalkeeper here as Nia Baker has taken over in between the sticks for FC Wichita. As ball played through there, looking for the run of D'Souza on that left-hand side there, but just poked out of bounds by Pokrant for a Sunflower throw-in. Taken quickly to Lucas. Lucas looking to turn around putter. Ball's going to go off putter here as both teams appeal for the decision here. The referee will award Sunflower another corner kick here. Taken quickly by Morrison to the feet of D'Souza. D'Souza right-footed cross in the back post. Stabbed it off the post by Elliman. Oh my goodness, Cora Elliman at the back post as that ball eluded everyone. Stabs it towards goal, but it deflects just off of the thigh of the goalkeeper into the bottom side of the bar. And then the follow-up attempt by Emily Carrasco goes out for a corner kick. But great bit of set-piece play there as Elliman and Morrison went quickly to that corner kick, and that ball driven in by D'Souza. Dangerous position as Sunflower almost had their fourth goal here off of a set piece. As FC Wichita back in play here, chased down into the corner by Lucas, who's able to win a Sunflower throw-in. Carrasco muscled off by Smith, finds the feet of Worley, who turns looking for help. Finds the feet of Diaz. Diaz into Smith. Back out to Worley. Ball forward, looking for Castro, is intercepted by Akaya Day, but with the assistance of an arm, as the referee will blow the whistle here for the handball infringement. Putter will place the ball down right on the 40-yard line here. Putter, clip ball into the back post, finds the feet, finds the head, eventually falls there to the feet of Diaz, but ball was about waist high, and as she just couldn't get enough velocity on that ball to get it past Sasaki, ends up hitting it straight into the hands of the Sunflower State goalkeeper. But nice early half chance there for FC Wichita, who was not really in the attacking phase for much of that first half, but they'll have to be happy with how they started out here, getting at least half chance on the board here as Sunflower looks to play through the back here as Murph, ball forward here, finds Bella Leone. Leone into the middle, finds Carrasco in space. Carrasco with runners in front, goes back to Leone to here. Leone down the right-hand side. Can she catch up to this ball? Just able to keep it on the end line. Cuts back, finds the feet of Tata at the top of the 18. Tata cuts past one, through two. Tata right-footed cross, finds Carrasco, but just stabbed out at the last second here. And it's going to stay in as Racious out here on this right-hand side. Murph cuts back in, looking for Morrison. Morrison cuts inside, skips past the foul by Wyatt to find Tata. Tata back out wide to Bella Leone in the corner. Leone once again just tries to keep it on the end line, but unable to as her back foot is going to poke it out here for a goal kick. But 6 minutes into the second half here, still just all about Sunflower State FC. Majority of the possession, able to find space down the wings here as Leone and D'Souza have picked up where they left off in that first half, and Carrasco, Tata, Morrison all just driving the engine in the middle of the park here. As free kick taken quickly here, middle by Carrasco. Played forward here to the feet of Elliman, who plays just behind D'Souza, but she's able to keep it in and finds her center mid partner here, Morrison. Ball across to Lidstrom, skips past one, skips past two, early ball in, finds the feet of Lucas, whose early touch on finds Elliman. Elliman in on goal, one-on-one, Elliman shot saved by Nia Baker, the backup goalkeeper who has entered into the second half with a great bit of early action here as some great interplay at the top. Lucas able to flick, finds Elliman in through on goal, but her shot is just stabbed towards goal, and Baker able to make herself big and just deny the winger from getting herself onto the scorer's table, in addition to the assists that she picked up in that first half. Diaz skips past one. It's FC Wichita forays forward here. Ball looped over the top here, looking for help. Ball able to just clip back in, but Sasaki read that and was able to just meet it at the top of the six there as she rolls out quickly here to Lidstrom. Carrasco across to Murph. Sasaki surveys her options. Left-footed ball forward, looking for the feet of Lucas. Just unable to get there ahead of the outstretched foot of Alexia Jack as Diaz on the ball here. Clipped ball forward here, looking for the oncoming run of Hannah Castro, but Sasaki always going to be first to that in goal. Element and Day combine. Ball back to Sasaki, a little short, but she's able to just do enough and hoofs the ball forward here that's going to find the feet of D'Souza. D'Souza's touch forward just a little too strong as Putter's able to cut it out, but D'Souza found herself in an acre of space all of a sudden as that ball just looped over the head of Anastasia Pokrant for FC Wichita. Throw into Lindstrom. Lindstrom forward to Tata, who chests it past one, skips in between two, trying to get on the end of this. It's a foot race to the ball. Tata gets there first. Ball stabbed across the middle. Lucas is there. Shot cleared off the line by Faith Smith for FC Wichita as Juliet Lucas had to have thought when she got that ball in the middle with the goalkeeper on the side of the goal that her hat trick was there for the taking. But great bit of play by the FC Wichita center back as Teixeira flips through. Ball put over the top here, finds Lucas. Lucas shot saved by Baker, but the flag up for offside. As Juliet Lucas has been incredibly active here in the opening of this second half, looking for that hat trick. But a great bit of play here so far from the changed goalkeeper is Nia Baker, despite the offside flag there, has come up huge a couple of times here already as she's found herself one-on-one with the Sunflower attacker and has been able to deny that fourth goal for the Sunnies. Carrasco wins the header in the midfield there, but only as far as Diaz. Leone skips past one. Leone down the right-hand side. Can she outrun Diaz? Cuts back inside. Leone to the middle, finds Lucas. Ball just taken off of her as she's looking to find Elliman, and bombed forward there looking for Worley, but Lidstrom able to take it off of her as the two battle it out in the midfield here. And the referee with a little bit of a bailout whistle there for the FC Wichita forward, who had seemingly just lost her footing as she tried to keep that ball in bounds, but foul called as a substitution going to be made here for FC Wichita. First of the half for them. As it looks like Bella Anderson just needs a break over on the sideline. It is still about 90 degrees out here in Kansas City, Missouri, so players definitely going to be pushed to the limits here as Lucas finds Tata. Tata, ball played out into space here. She knows Leone is patrolling that right-hand side. Leona with another run down this right-hand side here, looking for help in the middle. Bella Leone cuts back, finds the feet of Morrison. Morrison looks forward, surveys the option, skips past one. Right-footed cross, only going to find the head of Putter, but her ball only out to Bella Leone at the top of the box. Ball's going to find Carrasco, who stabs it forward for Tata, but just past the outstretched leg of the Brazilian at the top of the box there. But Sunflower just keeping FC Wichita under constant pressure here around the top of their box, as another ball forward by Wichita is going to be turned over in the midfield. Carrasco and D'Souza. But D'Souza loses out to Worley. Worley early ball in, looking for Castro. Going to trickle all the way back to Sasaki in goal. Quickly restarts us with Lidstrom as Sunflower unrelenting so far in the second half. Morrison. Ball forward cut out by Smith, but Leone able to shepherd it out. Takes a late shove in the back there, but Lucas's hold up there just dispossessed by Alexia Jack for FC Wichita as they get on the ball here. Early ball played in. Castro able to get there first, but just stabs it out for a Sunflower throw. Morrison, Cruyff's back, finds Lindstrom. Lindstrom to Carrasco in space. Back to Day. Kaya Day goes back to the goalkeeper. Sunflower just looking for the pockets of space behind the front five here of FC Wichita. When they've been able to find that space, whether it's Tata, whether it's Carrasco, whether it's Morrison, they're getting their heads up quickly. They're finding those runs from D'Souza, from Bella Leone out on the right-hand side here as D'Souza goes through down here on the left-hand side, one-on-one with Kayla Monk. Ball back to Elliman. Elliman cross into the back post looking for Tata. Tata takes under control but just eludes her as it's going to be stabbed out by Smith for a Sunflower State throw-in here. And another FC Wichita substitution will be made here. The shorter bench of the two teams here with only 4 outfield players on the bench. Wouldn't be surprised to see them try to rotate much more this second half as Faith Smith is going to make the trot across the field here. She's replaced on the pitch by Mackenzie Angle. This throw in here finds the feet of Lucas, and Elliman almost in on goal here after a long-range shot there by Tata. Was parried away just enough by Baker. But the flag goes up for Elliman on that follow-through, but the throw in taken quickly there. Lucas with some more excellent hold-up plays, able to lay it off to Tata, who takes one touch, left-footed shot out from about 20 yards, just swerving away from Baker in goal, who palms it to her right-hand side, and Cora Elliman there to follow up, but was just offside when that shot was taken. As ball played forward here to Worley, tries to turn Akaya Day, just gets past her, but Day trying to recover here down the right-hand side. Worley plays a cross in, off of Day and out for FC Wichita's first corner kick of this second half. as Caitlin Edwards will take it for Wichita. Right-footed outswinger. Ball played to the back post. And Sasaki able to claim in the crowd and plays out quickly here. Has got Tata in space. Tata with Lucas in front of her. Lucas turns. Element and Tata running with the ball just behind Core Element, able to get it out here to Carrasco, who looks up. Has a run from Tata here. Late step from FC Wichita. Alexia Jack just able to play the offside trap there for Tata, but bit of a risky move there by the last man there, Alexia Jack for FC Wichita, but able to spot the incoming run there from Tata and just step to keep the Brazilian from going through looking for her second goal of the afternoon, as FC Wichita will make another change here with Caitlin Edwards heading to the bench. She is replaced in the midfield here by Yasel Navarro. Murph combines with Morrison. Up forward, finds Tata in a pocket of space. Morrison, early ball through, looking for the run of Element on the back post, but headed away. And finds the feet here of Diaz. Diaz, early ball through, looking for Castro, but Sasaki playing the bit of a sweeper-keeper role here with Sunflower so dominant on possession as Carrasco turns down the chance to play that ball through to Bella Leon on the right-hand side here. Sunflower just maintaining control here in the 62nd minute. As Lidstrom skips past one, skips past two, driving forward, looks for that early ball through for Lucas, but just unable to get it goal side of Potter. As Pokrant will blast that over the Sunflower bench for a throw-in. D'Souza just shoved off the ball. A little too physical for the referee's liking, as he'll award the Sunnies a free kick. Taken quickly here out to Morrison. Morrison looking to skip that ball through to Elevin, but able to get the ball back here. Finds Lindstrom. Lindstrom, ball slotted through into Leon. Leon with two runners in the middle. Right-footed cross in. Finds Tata, whose back heel is just cleared off in front of the goalkeeper there by Potter. But more great play down this right-hand side here by Bella Leon, who is just finding acres of space in behind the left back for FC Wichita, no matter who seems to be on the pitch, and able to get to that ball, beat it to the end line as that corner is taken quickly here. Finds the feet of Morrison. Morrison attacks. Right-footed shot comes in. Stabbed away by Worley as Lidstrom tries to get forward here. Sunflower appeals for a handball, but their appeals go unanswered. As Elliman played through on the left-hand side. Cuts back to Carrasco at the top of the box. Carrasco turns. Dispossessed once, twice by Wyatt, who skips through here to Navarro. Navarro looking for help. Back out to Wyatt. Wyatt looks to go forward to Castro, who was taking a step back as she had strayed onside, and they were just not quite on the same page there. So FC Wichita will make another change here. Sunflower make their first change of the half as Elijah Lindstrom will trot off. Be replaced here in the back by Angela Gatto. Diaz and Carrasco battle over on the sideline. Ball eventually falls to Carrasco, finds Day. Goes back to Sasaki here. Morrison picks up possession deep. The ball eventually finds Carrasco here with lots of space in the midfield. Forward here to Lucas. Lucas out to D'Souza. D'Souza at the top of the box here. Looks to skip past Putter, who does a great job to intervene there and take the ball off of the Sunflower winger. She tries to play forward here. Cut out by Carrasco, but back to the feet of Worley, who loses out to Morrison. Noticeable change of system here for FC Wichita in this second half is they're going with two up top now. Worley was by herself for most of that first half and has Castro up top with her now as they try to have multiple runners to try and trouble this Sunflower back line, but so far able to keep everything in front of them as a early cross played in by D'Souza is going to find Leone on the back post. Leone under possession, cuts inside, left-footed shot cross, cut out, but only as far as Morrison, who will watch that out for a throw-in, and both teams will look to make a substitution here in the 66th minute with the aforementioned Castro heading to the sideline for FC Wichita. D'Souza will be replaced over on that left-hand side by Lainey Reichus, and Emily Woe will head into the center of the park here and give Morrison a break. So throw-ins taken to Akaya Day. Cuts back into the midfield. Goes all the way out wide to Reichus. Reichus left-footed ball into Carrasco. Just keeps it in. Carrasco back to Reichus at the top of the box. Left-footed cross played in, but cut out by the goalkeeper, Nia Baker, before it could reach Juliet Lucas. Baker's ball out. Only find Bella Leone, who just does enough to force Edwards to play it out for a throw-in. Taken quickly to Emily Woe, whose ball in today, almost cut out by Worley, but finds the feet of Carrasco. Ball out now to Reichus. Reichus slips in Tata. Tata cuts back onto her right foot. Tata shot, saved, but parried just in front of the goal there by Baker. Second shot almost taken there, but able to find now at the top of the box here. And Putter just able to do enough to keep Reichus from having a shot on goal there, but a bit of a goal mouth scramble there as Carrasco plays a ball in, cut out. And ball played forward here by Diaz. Has Worley. Runner on the backside here is Caitlin Edwards. An acre of space as you can find her. Worley goes for the chip from 30 yards out and puts it over the goal but under the crossbar. So 0 points on the board there for FC Wichita. As Worley finally able to get in some space. She's been on an island up top by herself for most of this game, but with that change in formation here, she has Edwards playing up top with her and just unable to get over her left-hand shoulder and see that Edwards was in acres of space out here and would have been in if a ball could have been played across, but went for the spectacular, much to the happiness of Rurei Sasaki in goal, who will get us restarted with a goal kick. Saki forward, finds Tata, whose back heel is just cut out by Smith, who tries to stab it forward to Diaz there, but only going to find the Sunflower goalkeeper. Murph's ball cut out by Engel. Engel trying to take on Woe on the sideline. Cuts back into Navarro. Navarro able to skip past one. Finds the feet of Jack. Jack ball in, looking for Worley, is cut out by Gatto, only as far as Diaz. Diaz able to stab it out wide to Monk. Monk's early ball in, looking for Edwards on the back post. Edwards takes a touchdown, but stabbed away by the Sunflower captain, out for a Wichita corner kick. As Sunflower will make a couple of changes at this break, with Murph jogging off to be replaced by Megan Watson, and Tata to replaced by Lara Torres. Both players will head into the box there to pick up their mark. Cross comes in over the heads of everybody as Putter tries to track it down on the back post. Kept in by Monk, whose cross trickles out for a goal kick. And the referee going to whistle for the second half hydration break here as they creep into the 71st minute. About 20 minutes to go here in this match. It's still been just about all Sunflower FC who have dominated possession for the entirety of this game, but have been unable to put the ball in the back of the net so far in the second half, thanks to a few great saves by Nia Baker in goal for FC Wichita, as well as just a few miscues in that final moment. But be curious to see if Sunflower just continues to try shots from distance here, while Baker has been great at keeping the ball out of the net. She has parried a few of them just back across goal with some scrambles in front of the goal as both players try to either stab it into the net or just clear it out. So still going to be plenty of opportunities here for the Sunnies as they look to add a fourth here in the second half and see out their second victory in a row here to try and get the back end of this season on track the way that they would have hoped. Sasaki gets us back underway here. Put under pressure by Worley. Ball forward finds Woe. Woe out here to Bonehind, who's able to cut past one, past two. Ball back to find Watson, who will go back to her goalkeeper. Great bit of play there by the wing back and Bonehind to keep possession. As Day finds Gato. Gato early ball forward looking for Racious, but just cut out. As Racious will get us restarted here with a throw-in. Lucas, middle of the park, holds the ball up. Torres skipped into Lucas. Lucas back into the midfield here, finds Woe. Woe back to Watson. He finds Day, who just is going to give away possession here to Diaz in the middle of the park. Diaz out wide here to Worley. Worley looks up, sees the keeper out, thinks about the chip again, but instead chooses to try to take on Gato. Cuts to her right foot. Shot comes in, but over everything once again by the forward for FC Wichita, Allison Worley. And it'll be just a Sunflower goal kick. But a couple times here in the last few minutes, Sunflower's been caught on possession, and FC Wichita doing their best to spring forward here, but heavy legs in the 74th minute, this 90-degree weather, just unable to break with the ferocity that you might expect on a normal day here as Sunflower breaks forward here. Ball at the feet of Emily Woe. Big switch here, looking for the feet of Torres, but just cut out by Faith Smith, who looks for Wyatt, who loses out to Racious and ends up bringing her down for a Sunflower free kick here about 45 yards from goal. Carrasco will play this ball in as Sunflower will still send everyone forward here. Ball played into the middle. Headed across goal there. But only able to trickle out for a goal kick as Angela Gata was slung down in the box there as that free kick came in, as she lets the referee know that he just missed that one on her trot back to center back here. Carrasco turns the ball back over here, finds Emily Woe. Ball forward, looking for the feet of Boneheim's going to be cut out, but only as far as Akaya Day. Goes back out to Carrasco on the ball once again. Forward to Lucas. Lucas turns inside, but just stabbed away by Smith at the last second here. As Navarro tries to cut back, but forgets the ball, and Woe's going to be sandwiched by two FC Wichita players there to earn a free kick. About 30 yards out from goal. Taken quickly here. Finds Torres at the top of the box. Pumps. Shot comes in, but just reaching for it. And the referee will blow here for another free kick here. And a yellow card caution will be issued. To number 13, Julia Diaz. Yellow card caution issued in the 76th minute to FC Wichita. Number 13, Julia Diaz. There'll be a free kick here for the Sunnies just at the top of the box. As Carrasco Elliman stand over it here. Looks like it'll be Cora Elliman's to take. Baker sets up a three-person wall. Free kick just over the goal there and through the uprights, as both teams will make a few substitutions. Juliet Lucas and Cora Elliman will head to the bench here for Sunflower. Replaced by Harmon and Everhart. A couple of changes as well for FC Wichita as Diaz and Monk, as well as Fissenden will head to the bench here. Ball forward, cut out by Laura Torres to the feet of Megan Everhart. Torres picks it up, tries to skip past one, but great bit of play there by Pokrant. Takes the foot off of her as Wyatt looks to bomb forward. Wyatt forward here looking for Worley. Worley in behind here. Worley looking for help. Goes on by herself. Cuts back into the left. Finds the just behind the on-rushing Navarro, but it will find the feet of Caitlin Edwards here, who tries to skip in between three Sunnies. Finds the feet of Wyatt. But her pass going to be cut out by Ratius. Only as far as Bella Anderson, whose attempt is going to trickle through to the feet of the Sunflower goalkeeper, and the danger will be quelled. Sasaki restarts quickly to Carrasco. Carrasco looks wide left here for the on-rushing Ratius, but it's cut out here as second ball played forward here. And Ratius just unable to be kept in bounds by Emily Carrasco there. It'll be an FC Wichita throw-in just about midfield. Throw-in dispelled back out for another. Ball stabbed forward here. Nakaya Day will be on hand to shepherd it back to her goalkeeper. Nakaya Day picks it up in space, looks up, goes out wide to Ratius. Able to take it under control, looks forward, finds Torres. Torres tries to switch there, but cut out by Anastasia Pokrant for FC Wichita to send it out for a Sunflower throw-in. So we trickle past 80 minutes played here. Ball over the top here, looking for Torres, but it's just going to be too far for the Colombian to catch up to. As Yasel Navarro will head over to the sideline for FC Wichita to be replaced up top here by Hannah Castro. Smith forward for Castro, cut out by Edwards. Kaya Day finds Gata, who goes back to Sasaki. Sasaki out to Watson. Watson forward finds Emily Woe in space. Rides one tackle. Forced back, but has Day in the midfield. She'll go back to the goalkeeper. Put under a bit of pressure by Worley. Finds Day, who gives it away here in the midfield to Wyatt. Wyatt with the early shot, trying to go over the top of the Sunflower State goalkeeper, who was well off of her line, but will trickle well wide to the right of the Sunflower State goal. But you've seen that just a couple times here in the second half with some heavy legs, some loose passes turned over in the midfield, and FC Wichita attempting to break here, but just unable to put the final product together to try and get themselves on the board, as Sasaki and the Sunflower State defense will certainly want to walk away from this game with that clean sheet intact. Worley pressures Sasaki again. Out to Watson. Put under pressure by Castro. Goes to skip past, but it's stabbed out for a Sunflower throw-in. Forward looking for Harmon, but it's cut out by Smith, but Harmon able to step in. Finds the feet of Emily Woe. Woe to Day. Day forward finds Laura Torres. Torres to Carrasco. She continues forward. Early ball forward, looking for the run of Everhart, but it's just going to be cut out by Pokrant. As Torres is able to turn it over for Pokrant, stabs through Laura Torres, one-on-one with Putter. Laura Torres cuts in, cuts to the right side, finds the feet of Harmon. Harmon left-footed shot, just saved by the FC Wichita keeper Baker in goal. Either side of the net there for Harmon, and she is wheeling away in celebration, but hits it right to the on-waiting keeper, who a little gimpy as she gets up here to play that ball forward. Flicked on in the midfield here, but going to be a brief stoppage in play here for FC Wichita, as the header was won and flicked on by Edwards, but as she tried to flick that head backwards, it looks like she just hit her head on the shoulder of Carrasco, who was up to challenge that ball. Nothing malicious at all in there, no foul, but anytime someone goes down clutching their head, the referees are instructed to stop the game out of an abundance of caution. As Edwards will be helped back up to her feet and walk off under her own power here to the sideline, which you love to see. As she'll be quickly replaced by Putter. Ball played in, looking for Worley. Worley just unable to take it. Falls to Castro. Castro, quick shot. Saved as it's right at the on-waiting arms of Sasaki in goal, who has had a couple of half chances for FC Wichita, who were able to put it goalward, but Sasaki's positioning wins out again, as each of those chances has seemingly found the ball struck straight into her on-waiting arms. As Racius goes inside to Lara. Back to Carrasco, who's fallen deep in between the center backs here. Goes out wide to Megan Watson. Watson plays forward here, looking for the run of Everhart. Everhart in a foot race with Putter. Putter just going to get there in front of her, able to turn back around and find the feet of Smith, who's under pressure there from Bonheim, who's able to force her to kick it out for a sunflower throw. Bonheim looks long here for Everhart, but it's cut out. Bonheim back on possession here. The ball will trickle back to Gatto, who plays out left to Carrasco. Carrasco plays ball in behind here, looking for Ratius, but going to be well in front of the left wing back, who watches it go out for an FC Wichita goal kick here as we cross the 85-minute mark here with just about 5 minutes left to play at Pembroke Hill. Ball played forward here for Diaz, just cut out the last minute there by Akaya Day, whose ball forward finds Everhart. Everhart finds Harmon. Harmon takes a touch around. Harmon one-on-one shot just to the right of the goal here, as Brecklin Harmon had a great first touch to skip around her defender, but her left-footed shot just goes wide of the goal here. And Sunflower State still trying to find that first goal of the second half. Could easily be 5-6 goals on the board here for the Sunnies, but certainly not going to complain with a 3-0 scoreline, especially with the recent struggles to put goals on. As a great turn here by Worley on Angela Gatto sees her go down for a free kick for FC Wichita. And the referee will issue a caution to Gatto late in the game here. Yellow card caution issued in the 87th minute to Sunflower State FC, number 17, Angela Gatto. Gatto joins Julia Diaz in the book here for the referee after just taking down Worley as she got kind of turned around on that right-hand side here. Cross comes in. Sasaki measures up. Is able to easily collect that ball in front of the on-rushing Worley. Worley out to Edwards. Back to the goalkeeper, who finds Akaya Day in space. Shuffles it back out to Gatto. Sasaki finds Emily well. Finds Gatto in space. Gatto, early ball over the top here, looking for the run of Ratius. Can she get on the end of that? Just another ball just in front of Lainey Ratius, who's been asked to go on some lung busters here in the last 10 minutes, but all of them just a bit too far for the left wing back. As FC Wichita will make probably their final couple substitutions of the game here, as Faith Smith and Mackenzie Engel will head to the bench. Replaced by Ursula Facenden and Kaylee Monk. As Monk intercepts that pass, but forced to play it out for a sunflower throw-in. Into Torres, who looks to skip past one, skip past two, can't quite get past the third, but able to just about take the ball back off of her, and now the referee will blow for the play being just a little bit too physical for his liking. And FC Wichita will make one final substitution here for the last minute of the game here, as Bella Anderson will depart just slightly before the full-time whistle. Replaced in the middle by Yasel Navarro. As FC Wichita looks to play quick and skip past, but Torres brings down the FC Wichita attacker, Kayla Monk, who's just slow to get up over on the sideline there in front of the Sunflower bench. Free kick will come in as the clock hits 90 minutes played here. Not a ton of stoppage in this second half, so we'll see how long the referee wants to play on here. As Carrasco looks for options forward. No pressure on her in the midfield at all. Finds the feet of Harmon, who turns. Harmon, ball played through here, looking for Everhart, but it's just going to trickle through to Baker and goal. As the ball is brought down in the midfield by Torres, who spins Wyatt, finds Carrasco, out to Racius. Racius to Torres. Torres back inside, finds Carrasco in space. Carrasco looking for options forward, looks to stab through Everhart, but just cut out at the last minute there by Putter, as the referee blows the full-time whistle here at Pembroke Hill. Full-time scores. FC Wichita 0, your Sunflower State FC Sunnies 3. And that will do it here for us at Pembroke Hill High, as Sunflower State able to get their second victory in a row here, as they are now sitting in third place in their conference here, moving above FC Wichita on the table. It'll be just the second half surge here that the coaching staff will be looking for, as they look to close out the season on a high note and try to end up in one of those playoff positions here. But a 3-0 victory for the Sunnies here at Pembroke Hill. We thank you for tuning in. This has been Tyler Kalmus on the broadcast as usual, and we hope we'll see you here in about an hour over on Sports Engine here, as the Sunflower State men's team will be taking on STL Ambush right here at Pembroke Hill. But until next time, we'll see you at Sunflower State Soccer.